Hello everyone. So today I am going to give a presentation on the operating system. So what is the actually operating system and what is the various types of operating system? All these are discussed in this presentation. So let's we start. What is the actually operating system? So operating system is actually the one type of the software, a collection of the program which control the resources of a computer system, and the OS operating systems is written in the low level languages. And the low level language means what? The low level language is the machine dependent language. An operating system is an interfacing between the user and the hardware. When the computer is on, the operating system will first load into the main memory first. Okay, so this is the actually operating system. So mainly the operating system is the interfacing between user and the hardware. Okay, and then there is a three types of the software. First is the system software, which is perform the essential operation tasks like the operating system, utilities program, etc. Second type of the software is the application software. With this application is used to perform some specific tasks for the user, like a business application, like a communication application, like a multimedia application, entertainment, and the educational softwares. And the third one is the device drivers. It is also called the driver programs. That program is actually a small program that allows a specific input or output device to communicate with the rest of the computer system. So these are the three types of the software: system software, application software, and the driver programs or the device driver. System software is a example of the system software is the operating system, and the application example of the application software is the MS Office, Paint, MS Excel. Okay, like this, that software is used for the particular perform the some particular specific task. That is actually the application software, and the last one is the device driver. Okay, so these are the our types of the three types of the softwares. Okay, next there is the three types of the program. First is the user or the application program. That program is used by the user to perform some specific task. And the second is the system program. The system program which is define the interfacing between user and the computer. And the third one is the driver program. So driver program which is used to communicate the high input output devices with the computer. Okay, by using the device programs we can communicate with the input output devices with the computers. So these are the three types of the programs available in this presentation. Okay, like in the next slide we discuss about the hierarchy of the computer system. What is the actually need of this operating system? Because without operating system your system is only the hardware. So how to communicate with any hardware? So by using this system software or by using this operating system we can communicate, user can communicate with the this hardware. So one party is the user. Let's suppose there is the user 1 2 3 4, there is many users is available. Oh, okay, and the system, your system means your laptop, your desktop, all these are the actually hardware. Okay, so without operating system, that is the actually hardware. So user can communicate with this hardware by using the system software. So basically the system software is the interfacing between user and the hardware. Okay, and the next one is the application software. And when you interfacing with the user, interfacing between the user and the hardware, we are also going through the application softwares like the word preprocessor, image editing program, database program, spreadsheet, etc. So this is the hierarchical of the computer software. So basically the system software is used to interfacing between the user and the hardware. Okay, next is the basic function of the operating system. There is a three basic functions of the operating system. First is the file management system, second is the memory management, and third one is the interface flow platform. So file management means that it is a transfer files between the main memory, secondary storage, manage the file folder, allocate the secondary storage space, and provide the file protection and the recovery also. Means the all the file management is performed by the operating system. So which file to create the new files, delete the files, manage all the files and the folders, all these operations is performed by the operating system. So this is the basic function of, this is the one of the basic function of the operating system. Second one is the memory management. So allocate the some user allocate the use of random memory to the requesting process. Suppose there a process is executing one process, so allocate that process, allocate the memory to that process for the execution. that is actually the memory management. So through the memory management system, operating system allocate the some space, allocate some memory to the one process, to the one file, to perform or to execute that process. And the last one is the interface platform, allow the computer to run other applications. Suppose in our laptop there is a various softwares is available, so run that software onto your system. So interface platform is needed. So this is the basic functions of the operating system interface platform. Okay, next one is the other functions. These are the other functions of the operating system. Best use of the computer resources, provide a background for a user program to execute, display and deal with the errors when it happens, control the selection and operations of the peripherals, act as a communication link between the user and the system protections. So these are the other functions which is provided by the operating system. So first one is the operating system. So use of the computer resources, different use of the best use of the computer resources, like the memory, peripheral devices, etc. And it also provides the background to users program to execute. And it is deals with the or display the errors also. It controls the selection and operation of the peripherals, and it is act as a communication link between the user and it also provides the some protection, system protections. So these are the other functions of the operating system. So common operating systems and their differences. There is a three types of the different operating systems. First is the network operating system, for example Unix, Linux, MS, Windows 2000 server. So all these are the network operating systems. And the second is the desktop operating system. So MS Windows 9X, ME, Mac OS, DOS, all these are the desktop operating systems. And third one is the mobile operating system. Nowadays we have to already use the Android system, Lollipop system. So all these are the mobile operating system. And the previous there is the Palm OS and the Pocket PC. These are also the mobile operating systems. So which operating systems we call the good? So in that operating system we have to the some features. For example, the efficiency. When you buy some operating system, at that time we have to check some functions of that operating systems like the efficiency, small in size and the reliable. So that operating system is called the best operating system, which is the efficient, small in size and the reliable. So this is called the good operating systems. And the types of the operating systems. So there is three types of the operating systems: batch processing, real-time processing, and the time-sharing processing. So in the next slide, we are discuss the what is actually batch processing. So batch processing means the jobs together with the input data are fed into the system in a batch. Okay. So batch processing system, the job are the then run one after another. When first job is start, then the job 1 is completed, and after completion of the job 1, then start the job 2. So this is actually called the batch processing system. No job can be started until the previous job is completed. That is actually called the batch operating system. Means what? Only one job can be executed at a time. This is called the batch processing. Okay, so next one is the real time processing. So that operating system is called the real time processing, that immediately response is needed. For example, the anti missile defense systems, aeroplane, a landing control system, interrupt error in computer systems. So all these are the real time processing, because it is required the immediate response is needed. So this is the real time system. Next one is the time sharing processing. Each user is given a some time slices to interact with the CPU, and the size of that time slice will be depends on the system. Each user is served in the sequence. For example, we have to execute the two processes, process 1 and the process 2, and that processes the operating systems. Time sharing operating systems have to allocate the some time slice. For example, the 3 milliseconds, 3 nanoseconds is provided for the each process for the execution. So process 1 is also given the time slice, given the same time slice as a process 2. So like this, every processes give the some fixed time slices, and within that time slice you have to execute the that operating system is execute that program. Okay, so this is called the time sharing process. Next one is there is some special features is also provided by the operating system, like multitasking, multi-programming. parallel processing, buffering, spooling, etc. Okay, so multitasking means to handle the two or more programs at the same time from a single user's reception. CPU can only perform the one task at a time. However, it runs so fast that the two or more jumps seems to execute at the same time. So multitasking means the handle the two or more programs at the same time. This is called the multitasking. Okay. Next feature is the multi-programming. So two or more programs store into the memory at the same time. That is called the multi-programming. When the job read need to wait for the IO operation, then CPU switch to the another job to the execution. When the first job finishes the waiting, CPU will get back to the first job to execute. This is called the multi-programming. And the third feature is the parallel processing. In this parallel processing, two or more CPU handle the jobs. For example, the with multiprocessing, CPU and the CPU2 is the handle the job parallelly, but without multiprocessing, only one CPU can handle the job. So this is actually difference between when there is a more than one CPU handle the job, that is actually the parallel processing. Okay, next one is the buffering, a temporary storage area to read a data from the input devices or send data to the output devices. So this is called the buffering. Buffering means the temporary storage area and the to read data from input device and send data to the output devices. Keep the CPU busy because IO operation is the slow. So these are the buffering. And the last feature is the spooling. A large buffer from the hard disk buffer store the data through the IO operations because the IO operation is the slow and the CPU operation is the fast. So this is the all about the operating systems, types of operating system, and the features of operating system, basic functions, advanced function of the operating system. So this is our the presentation on the operating system. Thank you.